Hi. I hope that you are surviving this COVID thing. Sounds like it's a lot worse than we thought it was. Oh well. Anyway, on a more humorous note, I don't know if you know who David Wood is, but to me he's like the greatest Islam exposer out there. I call him a cyber crusader. He's up there with Christian Prince to me, and I think Christian Prince is fantastic. Christian Prince was my very first Islam teacher. David Wood, though, he's very creative with his videos. That's all I can say. And he shows his face and his name, and amazing, he's still alive. Muslims haven't killed him, you know. But anyway, David Wood's favorite verse from the Quran, it's not Quran 929, which you'd think, since he talks about that, how, you know, basically extorting money out of Jews and Christians for not being full-on Muslims and threatening with death if they don't pay it. It's Quran Surah 33, verse 53, where the Quran tells people to not annoy Muhammad by staying too long in his place. And it says that, I've got to read to you because it really is funny. It goes to show you just how much Allah was the sock puppet of Muhammad. It says this: "O you who believe, enter not the Prophet's house unless permission is given to you for a meal, and then not so early as to wait for its preparation, but when you are invited, enter, and when you have taken your meal, disperse without sitting for a talk. Verily, such behavior annoys the Prophet, and he is shy of asking you to go, but Allah is not shy of telling you the truth." Get out of the house. And when you ask his wives for anything you want, ask them from behind a screen. That is pure for your hearts and for their hearts, and it is not right for you that you should annoy Allah's messenger, nor that you should marry his wives after him, that is, after his death. Verily, with Allah, that shall be an enormity. I mean, that really is funny. But I want to tell you, to me, the funniest verse in the Quran is Surah 34, verse 14. And I'll tell you why. It's because... I'll read it to you. No, yeah. I'll tell you why it's so funny. It goes totally against human psychology, for one thing. It's totally absurd, because what happens is Solomon dies, and he doesn't fall down. His staff holds him up, and it holds him up so long that a worm or termite is given time to eat away his staff. And it's only when he falls that the jinn and the people realize that he's been dead for so long. You know, here, a king, not giving orders, just standing there, silent, apparently, and not decaying, because, you know, Muhammad said prophets don't decay, and so that's, you know, standing there so long that no one knows that he's dead. And it's only when the staff gives way from the termite or worm, oh my gosh, he's dead. They never think, gee, how come he's standing there so long and not talking? You know, he's just standing there for days and days, weeks, enough for a termite to eat away his staff. They never think like that. But I'll tell you, this is why it's so funny. I'll read the Muhammad Assad version of the Quran to let you know. Now, this is how it literally sounds according to Islam Awakened. It says this: "Then we," that's Allah saying we, even though Allah hates you thinking of him having a partner, "though we decreed for him," that's Solomon, "the death, not indicated to them," that would be the people and the jinn, on his death, except a creature of the earth eating his staff. It took a creature from the earth to eat his staff to make him fall down. Oh, hey, he's dead. That's the only way they could realize he was dead. But when he fell down, became clear to the jinn that if they had known the unseen, that's not the real word here. It's had they been observant, had they been curious, had they, just observed why the guy is standing so long, they would have realized he was dead. But it says here, had they known the unseen, not they would have remained in the punishment humiliating. And they wouldn't have continued working for him, is what comes down to it, with the humiliating punishment of Solomon. And I'll read now that's the way the Quran sounds. Now when people translate to English, they try to make sense of it and make it sound more clear, because the clear signs aren't clear. So they come around, like Muhammad Assad, Pickthall, Yusuf Ali, Shakir. They make it sound more clear. And Assad says this, yet even Solomon had to die. But when we, that's all they're talking, decreed that he should die, nothing showed them that he was dead except an earthworm that gnawed away his staff. Yeah, caused him to fall. And when he fell to the ground, those invisible beings, the jinn, subservient to him, saw clearly that had they but understood the reality, that he was dead when he was standing, which was beyond the reach of their perception, because they're so stupid, apparently, that they would not have continued to toil in the shameful suffering of servitude. And then they would have kept on working for the guy if they had known that he was dead, standing there all the time. But you know something? It wasn't just the jinn, it was the humans too. No one said, how come Solomon, who gives out orders, is standing still all these months, maybe years, without talking, just standing there? To the point, I see that a worm or termite, he's eating away his staff. Oh my gosh, he fell down. Check him out. Oh, he's dead. That's, it goes against human psychology. It makes it incredibly funny. It makes it like something out of Monty Python. Muhammad just didn't understand human psychology at all. That he'd put that in the Quran. And to me, that is the funniest thing in the entire Quran. It's even funnier than Allah becoming a sock puppet for Muhammad. Like, you better leave. Yeah, or because it annoys the prophet. Anyway, I'll read the Clear Quran, Dr. Mustafa Khattab. This is what his version of the Quran says this. When we, that's Allah, determined he should die, Solomon should die, nothing indicated his death to them except a worm from the, that's Irving. When we decreed Solomon's death, nothing indicated to the subjected jinn that he was dead except the termites eating away his staff. So when he collapsed, the jinn realized that if they had really known the unseen, it's not the unseen. If they had really been observant, that's the word here. It's not unseen. It's had they been observant, they would not have remained in such humiliating servitude, and they wouldn't have continued working for Solomon if they known that he was dead. But they continued working because they thought, oh, he's just keep on standing there. Not saying anything, not giving orders as a king would do, just standing there, Unseen is not the word. And no one knew that he was dead, It's not just the jinn, it would be the humans. Like, how come Solomon isn't giving orders? He's just standing there for long enough for a termite or a worm to eat away his staff, It's funny. It's comedy gold. And to me, that is the funniest, stupidest thing in the Quran ever. But